of the 25th Annual Houston International Jazz Festival. It is benefiting Jazz Education, Inc. We have got the kids from the Summer Jazz Workshop, Kyle Turner, Los Lonely Boys, Bayou Brass Band, and so much more. So follow me and you got to check it out. I was able to catch up with William Thomas, son of Jazz Festival founder Bubba Thomas, who follows in his dad's footsteps by keeping the music alive. Tell me a little bit about your own band that you've got started.
Well, I have the Bayou City Brass Band. It's a 10-piece brass band. We have 4 trumpet players, 3 trombone players, a tuba, percussion, and a drummer. We have the website, which is BayouCityBrassBand.com. We're on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and we bringing entertainment back to the masses.
Your dad is Bubba Thomas.
Right.
He founded this festival. Tell me a little bit about why he did that.
Well, the festival is basically to showcase the children of the Summer Jazz Workshop, and at the end of the 5 weeks, we bring in a major artist, and when we have the major artist, the people come see the major artist, and we spotlight the kids.
And tell me what your role is today with the festival and with Jazz Education, Inc.
Well, today I'm playing on the festival, and I'm also one of the instructors in the Summer Jazz Workshop. I teach theory at the Willow Ridge campus. Well, music, it takes discipline. And most of the kids that do music in high school and middle school, they're at the top of their class.
Just ask Adam Dewalt. He's a Jazz Foundation Scholarship winner who's been a part of the Summer Jazz Workshop since the 5th grade.
The Jazz Foundation gave me $1,000 to help me apply to my schools.
And where do you see yourself, like on tour with Beyonce? I mean, where do you see yourself?
Yeah, I see myself in LA touring with different people, you know, just going around the world and touring with different bands, you know, different genres as well.
This year's Jazz Festival featured music genres from R&B to bluegrass, reggae, blues, soul, hip-hop to rock and roll, and so much more. The Los Lonely Boys call their style of music Texican rock and roll.
I've been locked up way too long in this crazy world.
I caught up with drummer Ringo just moments before he and his brothers hit the stage. So I'm hanging out with Ringo from the Los Lonely Boys. We are so excited to have you here in Houston.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, so I used to play you a lot. I used to work at KRBE here in town.
Did?
Yes, and I will tell you, every time I answer the phone, Los Lonely Boys, Los Lonely
Really?
Boys. Yes, I remember that.
Thank y'all for everybody who called her.
Yeah, and everybody wanted to hear Heaven. So tell me about that song and how it took you guys over the top.
Heaven, we're strong believers in Jesus Christ. You know, He's our everything. It was a song my brother Henry wrote as a prayer. Something told him to write his prayer down. The Spanish part in the song was a piece of a song that my dad wrote for his dad that had passed away when he was younger.
'Cause I know there's a better place than this place I'm living.
Whatever it did in this world, you know, hit or whatever people call it, you know, it's nothing but the grace of God that song hit.
And it's their dad's influence of playing in his own band with his brothers that gave these Lonely Boys a chance at learning how to play instruments at a very young age. The 25th Annual Houston International Jazz Festival, it benefits Jazz Education, Inc., and that's, you know, to help school-age children with many different programs involving music. Now, you started as a young kid. How does that make you feel?
We believe that music changes this world. To teach the young children, the youth of today, that's everything, especially if you're playing the music. If you're playing the guitar, you're playing the drums, you're playing the bass or the piano and singing, you're not just pushing a button and letting samples go out, you know. It's real musicianship.
Okay, so they say if you're good with instruments, you're good with math and science.
No.
Well, I didn't play an instrument, so if I do the math, well, I'm not good at it. But the kids of the Summer Jazz Workshop apparently are, and they all had the chance to showcase what they learned over the summer, and to be able to be featured on stage with named performers was an honor. Protégés of the Summer Jazz Workshop and native Houstonians, guitarist Joe Carmouche and jazz saxophonist Kyle Turner would agree this program is one that takes all children to a higher level. When you learn music, how does it help you in other courses in school?
Oh, well, reading music and playing and counting helps you like with your math, because music is divided like in fractions, so you have 4/4 time, 3/4 time, so a lot of that helps with your math, your reading, and retention. And you have a lot of people that are coming out and playing on the world tour, playing with big bands such as Prince and Beyonce, that are coming right from Houston, the products of the Summer Jazz Workshop and these magnet programs.
That's very, very impressive. Tell us a little bit, are you going to perform tonight?
Oh yes, we're coming on after Los Angeles.
And that was Kyle Turner. How cool is that he just kissed you? These two nationally recognized jazz musicians have known each other since childhood and not only continue to perform, but teach music programs at schools in Houston. How old were you when you started playing instrument?
Saxophone or instruments?
Instruments in general.
I started at 8 years old on piano and I didn't like it very much.
So you jumped to the saxophone and here you are today.
At 11 years old and had heroes like Joe Carmouche. You know he's much older than I.
Yeah, that's what he said, You grew up here in Houston as well. So how important is the jazz education into you that they're doing these sort of projects?
It's vital. A lot of folks, right now are trying to downplay the importance of being musically literate, reading music and knowing the fundamentals, but any profession you're in, if you're fundamentally sound, generally you're going to be successful. So that's what we're trying to do with the Summer Jazz Workshop. Joe is doing it with his program at McGregor. We're doing it with our program at Westbury, and that's we're just trying to keep it rolling and keep the music going.
We're both products of the workshop, and we're both former instructors at the workshop as well.
The two hit the stage later that night as a part of the All-Star Band, which featured graduates of the program known as the Summer Jazz Workshop All-Stars. More coming up next.
Thank you.